It's a pleasure having you watching Church of Uganda Family TV this morning. It's the 29th of October 2025. Today is Bishop Hannington Day. Of course, this is a day where we commemorate or when we remember the day when Bishop Hannington was murdered. Of course, Bishop Hannington was killed from Bunya, that is in Mayuge district, and of course history has it that he was first buried in Bokedi diocese somewhere in Tororo, and then eventually he was exhumed and brought to Namirembe St. Paul's Cathedral. So that is where his body lies today. But every year, especially the dioceses in the eastern cluster, the Middle Eastern cluster, that is the Busoga region, including Busoga Diocese, Central Busoga Diocese, and the new Diocese of East Busoga, normally take a lead in the commemoration of this day, and today it is the Diocese of East Busoga that is taking a lead in the preparations of the Bishop Hannington's Day. Of course, under the leadership and guidance from the province of the Church of Uganda, and of course that is the day, and that is where the celebrations are in, of course, in Mayuge district. So away from that, still today, this is the Uganda we want, but later in the day, in the night, in our program, The Ballot, we shall be looking at women. So today women are taking a lead in these programs. Even today, we are discussing women in agribusiness. And of course, there is a week called the Women in Agribusiness Week, that is next month, and of course when you talk about next month, it shouldn't sound as if it is far away from now. By the end of this week, we shall be into the next month, so that isn't something far away. Of course, we are discussing this, and of course this week is under the theme Women Designing the Future of Climate Smart Agriculture, Unlocking Finance, Technology, Market Visibility, and Leadership Opportunities. And of course, that is where our conversation is going to rotate, especially talking about this Agri-Business Week. Now, with us are two guests, and of course, on my immediate left is Miss Cecillia Nokrach, who is a programs specialist from Reach Out Events, but also Willio Consults. I hope I pronounced Willio correctly.
Yes,
it's a pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you so much, and good morning to all our listeners and all the team at Family TV. I'm honored to be on the show today, talking to you about the WOW conference. Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you as well. And of course, on my immediate left is Miss Annet Dianah Nannono, who is a business development lead at RAJ Guarding Fresh Limited. It's a pleasure having you as well.
Thank you so much. It's also a pleasure to be here, and I'm really glad that there are people listening in and watching to know about the Women in Agribusiness Week that is coming up.
That's really very, very important. But before we get into the gist of this this arrangement of WOW, Women in Agribusiness Week, WOW, Uganda, we would like to know more about Willio Consults and Reach Out Events, where you come from.
Okay, thank you so much. And by introduction again, my name's Akello Cecillia Nokrach Akwang. Akwang is my marital name. Married to Mr. John Idongesita Akwang, and currently a student at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. I'm doing a PhD in International Relations, thanks to a scholarship from the South African government. And what's very important, I'm also a woman that is doing agriculture. I'm a farmer. Sometimes we tend to despise the profession, but I'm actually a farmer. I want to transition from phone farming to actual farming. So currently I'm working with Willio Events and Reach Out Events. It's a consulting firm that offers consultancies in events, conference management, fundraising, and mobilization of resources. And the executive director there is Mrs. Winnie Lawoko Oroe. So currently I'm working with her as a program specialist. And for this conference, I'm on different committees that is organizing the upcoming first annual Women in Agriculture Business Week. And we are delighted that it's going to be held in Uganda. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much as well. And now, Dianah, you could also tell us about RAJ Guarding Fresh Limited.
Well, thank you so much. RAJ Guarding Fresh is a manufacturer of organic fungicides, fungicides that are used for crop production. So basically we are making a treatment for fungi infection in crops. So the farmers that are listening in know exactly what we mean by these infections that are happening that are causing so much losses to farmers, right from the nursery bed up to post-harvest. So we come up with a solution that is organic, that is regenerative, that is not toxic to the soil, not toxic to the farmers, and not toxic to the consumers. So basically that is what RAJ Guarding Fresh is doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is very powerful. So we have a panel of very, very strong women, and of course that's what we are going to, we are discussing agriculture. Now, we want to, because Cecilia has told us that this is the first, and it's a pleasure having it in Uganda, but we would like to have a background of this conference in Uganda.
Annet.
Okay,
Annet.
I will take up that. So the Women in Agribusiness Week originated from Ghana, and it has been celebrated the past 5 years. And what is done annually is women undergo training for 6 months. They are trained how to be good business managers, not just doing farming as just a hobby or farming for fun or just subsistence farming, but taking up farming as a business. So for a long time, women have just been doing farming, small farming, just for joking. You know what is happening in our villages. However, the need was women need to be empowered. It doesn't just come just like that. Being a business person, like taking a farm as your office. Looking at your crop as your office space, as maybe like the chair that we are sitting on here, and you just see your farm as that. So it doesn't just come. So sometimes women need to be empowered. There is need for capacity building. So this started in Ghana, and women have been going through these trainings over the years, and after 6 months they graduate, they receive a certificate in this agribusiness to assure them that actually now you're able to take up farming as a business. So I undertook this program, and so many other Ugandans have been undergoing this program, women, and I graduated last year in this. However, we are privileged that as we were going through the program last year, Ugandans were given a task, and all even the other countries in Africa, because this program is for all women in Africa. So all women in African countries subscribe to it. So, but Uganda took up the award for implementing the winning program in this program, which we implemented in Gulu, after conducting a training on climate smart agriculture for the women in Gulu. So we were given this opportunity to host the Women in Agribusiness Week this year, and this will happen every year. This is going to be the first that we are hosting in Uganda, but we shall be doing it every year, celebrating women, a full week of celebrating women in agribusiness, because they really need to be celebrated. Women need to be celebrated because most of them are not appreciated for the work they are doing. Sometimes they lose morale for what they are doing. how farming really is. But as we come together as women and energize each other, look at what other women are doing, we kind of like get morale to do more, to advocate for more, to do value addition in a better way, to do the packaging better, to get market linkages. So this is what this week is all about, just celebrating us and learning more in agribusiness. So basically that is it.
And just to compliment on that,
yes,
and given the background, we need to honor Mrs. Dr. Sengendo Trifosa. She was recognized for the award in Ghana, and out of the love and the difference she wants to make in the lives of women in Uganda, particularly farmers, she brought it up through her organization, the Interreligious Council of Uganda, and they agreed to collaborate with her to host the Women in Agribusiness Week. So it's important to know the brain behind this. Thank you.
It's actually Mrs. Sengenda's, Dr. Sengenda's been here quite often talking about women in agribusiness, and I think it is something at her heart. But we also need to understand, having had this background and having that, of course, we know that this comes at a critical point where I think agribusiness is the way to go, especially in Uganda. But because we grew up knowing very well that agriculture is the backbone of Uganda, and now agribusiness is an advancement of our backbone. So why is this important, Cecilia, especially at such a time, and the opportunity that comes with Uganda hosting this event?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think the timing for the Women in Agribusiness Week is very important, especially for me that has a background in the humanitarian sector. I've worked with the United Nations Office of the High Commission for Human Rights for 13 years, up to 2023 when it closed. But in interactions with my friends in the humanitarian sector, many people have lost jobs because of the withdrawal of funding by development partners. But we've had a mindset that the only jobs are working in the NGO sector. So we've neglected the farming for the people in the villages. But this is a great opportunity for women out there, young, old, medium age, to realize as Uganda we are blessed with fertile soils. And we are blessed even when you don't plant anything. The other day on my veranda, a tomato was growing. I didn't grow it. So what is it? As we are crying out there that there is inflation across the world, let's explore the opportunities we have around us, the fertile soils, the beautiful weather, the market linkages. So as Uganda, as a country, we need to have as many stakeholders have a mindset that they can have a business in agriculture. Let's not only grow, as Annette mentioned earlier, growing food for subsistence. Let us treat those gardens, however small they are, as our offices. Whether you're renting in a place and you're growing vegetables or potatoes, treat it as your business and you'll prosper. So this conference is coming at a time whereby we have a shift in the humanitarian field. The donors right now are focusing on supporting businesses. So as women, if we position ourselves by mobilizing women from all levels, urban, rural, and bringing them on board, create awareness and find out what they are doing. We need to use a bottom-top approach whereby we go to the ground, we explore what are the women doing, we identify the gaps, look at which experts we can match them to see how they can improve on their agriculture. And even what's interesting is that as a student myself, I want to explore opportunities of linkages between East Africa and West Africa, particularly between Uganda and Nigeria. You find in Nigeria, food is very expensive, but in Uganda, we have plenty of food. And when it is in a season of bountiful harvest, we see a lot of wastage of food out there. But if we mobilize women and we train them how to do value addition to those food crops, and then we link them to market in West Africa, that will improve on the household incomes of the women. And remember, in Uganda, women are the ones that are taking care of the families. So when we empower a woman, we are empowering a nation, and also the URA, the Uganda Revenue Authority, will be smiling because more tax revenue will be coming into the country. So this is why I feel that this discussion, the conference, the Women in Agribusiness Week, is very important, because we are going to have different stakeholders from across the world coming in to exchange ideas. And we call on all people out there not to miss out on anything. We'll be very delighted to host you. Come and interact with people. Come and network with people who can transform your lives through agriculture as a business. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cecillia. Dianah,
Yes.
still talking about this, we understand that the theme is women designing the future of climate smart agriculture, unlocking finance technology, market visibility, and leadership opportunities. Of course, with the background you gave us, that this was birthed from the intervention of climate smart agriculture that you had in Gulu, but also having been a graduate of the program in Ghana. Why this theme? Why do you think this theme is what is perfect for such a time?
Yes, climate smart agriculture, to give a little description, is when we talk about climate smart agriculture, we are talking about agriculture that is not contributing to climate damage or to more climate change effects. We are talking about climate adaptation, whereby farmers, despite the climate change, the dry spells, the prolonged rainy seasons, the too much pests and diseases infestation, farmers are able to adapt. They have methods that they can use to adapt to these kinds of changes. So when we talk about climate smart agriculture, is yes, the climate is changing, but we are able to be resilient. We are able to thrive. We are able to make food, to provide food even during those periods. So that is what we mean when we say that we women should design this future to change from the way we used to do farming and cry during the dry spells, cry during the extreme wet seasons. We cry when there are so many pests and diseases. We cry when the yields are low. No. So we are talking about changing from that, getting knowledge, building our capacity to be able to adapt, to thrive even during those periods of times. So that is basically what climate smart agriculture is all about.
Yeah.
Yes. And to give it more light, you see, the reason as why climate change is happening is because there is so much carbon emission. Leave alone the carbon emission, but there is so much damage with even the too much water. You've heard of times when the river banks burst into people's houses. You've heard of scenarios whereby animals die due to an infestation of a disease that has not happened in so many years. You've heard of scenarios where farmers are losing their produce due to a particular pest that never existed so many years back. So these are the effects of climate change. However, there are solutions, because we share the same sun. The sun that shines on Uganda is the same sun that shines in Europe. Yeah. And it is the same sun that shines in, everywhere. We share the same sun. We share the same moon. In other words, we share the same atmosphere. So when we keep on crying that for us in Uganda, our carbon we're not emitting so much carbon, we don't have so many industries, we don't do this. However, because we share the same atmosphere, the other countries that are emitting so much carbon, the carbon, because we share the same sun, it is affecting us also. We are sharing the same atmosphere. So we can't continue crying. However, we need to just change and adapt. What do we do? What do we do during those situations? So there are so many activities that we can do, like doing irrigation. Personally, I'm an irrigation engineer by profession. So like farmers need to adapt and be able to grow crops during the dry seasons, because in Uganda we are blessed with water. Even those places that don't have water bodies near them, we have rain. There is a time when we get rain. So what do we do? Can we save that water for the 3 months of the dry spell? It can make a difference. You don't have to have a whole acre during the dry seasons. You can only do a quarter an acre as long as you save the water for 3 months. So this is what we are talking about. What do we do during those times so that we continue thriving during those hard times? That is what Climate Smart is all about, and so many other things. So I'm just encouraging women and all other farmers, even the men, to come and learn how to do this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We can't wait now. Of course, Cecilia, the other big question is when and where. I have a document here that has activities for 3 days. There is day 1, there is day 2, and there is day 3. So someone would want to know what is going to be discussed in the 3 days of this event.
Yeah, thank you so much. So for the Women in Agribusiness Week, we are calling it WOW, because we know that it's going to be wow for the women throughout. And we are going to have a series of activities right from the 4th to the 8th of November. Between the 4th to the 6th of November, we are going to have the conference, the Women in Agribusiness Week conference. And that conference is by invitation, but we also planning to have live streaming, whereby those that are not invited can join the discussion online and follow through with the conference. However, we encourage as many people to come through to the exhibition, where we are going to have women coming to exhibit their products and also the technologies that Annet was making reference to, between the 4th to 6th of November. And the venue is going to be at Makerere University at the Yusuf Lule Auditorium. And then after that event of the 4th to 6th of November, with the delegates that we are coming from, that are coming from various parts of the country, they'll go for a farm tour that will be on the 7th of November. And it will be at a selected place, and it's by invite only, because as we are doing farming, we also want to show our delegates that are coming from out of the country what Uganda is all about. So we are going to do what we call agrotourism, where we'll select a place where they are having climate smart agriculture being practiced, and also take our delegates to the different places so that they get to appreciate, and they have products and services. You can sponsor them and they come for exhibition, and also institutions that are around these women. How better to give back to the women than to sponsor them and bring them out to the events. We'll have a panel discussion on day 1, Women Designing the Future of Climate Smart Agriculture. And then we'll also talk about closing the gender gap in finance, technology, and market access. You find many times for commercial farming, it is usually that are men that are involved in commercial farming. But we want to hear from the different government stakeholders that will come to the event. What are the opportunities available for women, and how can they position themselves to meet the criteria to access finance that they can use for their agriculture? We'll also have a discussion on the role of commercial institutions in agriculture financing. That is related to what I spoke about earlier. And on day 2, we have also a series of events, and we'll have a keynote address from the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Frank Tumwebaze, and then we'll also have the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among, come join us as a guest speaker, and then we'll be looking at closing the gender gap in finance, technology, and market access. Finance, technology, and market access. You find many times women, they are left behind when it comes to finance, technology, and market access. And when we talk about climate smart agriculture, people might think it's only for people with smartphones. But even you can do agriculture with Kaviriti. For instance, if we partner with mobile companies like MTN, Airtel, whereby they can send a message to a farmer on Kaviriti and tell them, oh, today this is the market price for beans, such that when you come to buy from that woman in the garden, before you give her a low price, she'll be already knowing the price in the market out there. We'll be also looking at accelerating the agribusiness resilience, unlocking finance, leveraging technology, and breaking barriers to market access and land for women. Then we'll have promotion of agribusiness through faith denominations. Remember, the Interreligious Council of Uganda is going to bring together different women from different faiths from across the world, and they play a big role in agribusiness. And then we are going to look at women and youth using digital tools to improve financial inclusion, harnessing agribusiness for inclusive curriculum. And then on the last day, on Thursday, we'll be having a guest of honor. We'll have the First Lady, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, and then we'll look at strengthening agribusiness resilience and exports with Mr. Odrek Rawogo. We want the women to export their products. When there is no market in Uganda, or when we've explored the market within Uganda, we want to encourage women to position themselves in export, but many lack the knowledge on how to go about that. So please don't miss out on that day, not to miss out on this presentation, and know the opportunities for you to participate in export. And then on that day, we'll also recognize the different individuals that have played a big role in agriculture, particularly women. Then we'll have issuance of certificates and remarks by our different guests of honors. So basically, that's how the conference and the exhibition is going to be, and we'll be delighted to host you all. So tell every woman out there, even the men, we are welcoming you. Accompany your spouses. Some of you, we need you to play a part in financing the women in your households. Don't just take it that it is her farm for food for home, but see a way how you as a man, you can play a role in partnering with your spouse, with your daughter, in ensuring that they can treat agriculture as a business. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well for that elaboration, so we know what and when different activities will happen. But still talking about this, there's something you talked about, and that was the award ceremony. Yes. And then, I mean, these are two things. There's an appreciation and an award. Yes. So tell us, Annet, tell us about the awards and the appreciation. Who qualifies to be appreciated? Aren't men also supposed to be part of the appreciation?
Yeah, of course, everyone that will come, all participants will be appreciated.
Yes.
They will really, really be appreciated. Everyone just come, you will see how you'll be appreciated. Okay. However, the women that we're talking about that are going to be awarded actually are women from all over Africa. Okay. So there are women that are really doing tremendous work in their communities. Against all odds, they are doing this. So the past 6 months, there is a committee that has been searching out there was a call to nominate a woman in your community that is doing tremendous work when it comes to climate smart agriculture. So the women that are going to be recognized in this award ceremony are from all over Africa, and they are doing work. Maybe they are really role models in irrigation, producing food during the dry spells. Others are stars in value addition, adding value to things that actually people never thought that they can be added value to. Others are very good in marketing, and they are spearheading marketing and helping other women get market for their produce, because at the end of it all, in order to be rich as a farmer, you must have good market. You're not just growing things just for yourself to eat, but to sell them out and get money. So there are women that are really spearheading this, helping other women get market. There are women who are helping other farmers, advocates. Advocacy is something that people don't look at as something special. Like, I have done advocacy the past 8 years for women in agriculture. So women need to be represented out there on big committees where they cannot reach, where a woman who is illiterate cannot speak. Someone has to go there and speak for them, speak about what they need, speak about the money that they need, advocate for finances for them. So there are also those women that are really doing a very good work in advocacy. For example, like the award that Dr. Trifosa got in Ghana, she is really spearheading bringing women together. Togetherness, there is power in togetherness. So like the award she got was the power and the zeal that she has shown in bringing women together to achieve a common goal in agribusiness. So those are the kind of awards that we shall be giving out on that day. And you come and see the winners.
So, issues of awards really bring issues. So, much as there was a team that called for nominations, and then how do you verify? Because I look at a situation where I'm nominated, and then I tell my colleagues to nominate me, and then I also encourage them to vote for me. So is there a criteria that is used to verify that this person really qualifies to get this award?
Yeah, we said that there was a call for nominations, and these calls go to particular people in the communities. But however, if someone is nominated, there are people that are sent to really see exactly, are they really doing some work there? And the only way you can tell that a woman is doing work there is by asking the community around. Are you really benefiting? There are people who are successful in their farming, but it is only benefiting them. Yeah. Only them. But there are those who are doing work and it is benefiting the community. They are open to sharing their knowledge. They are open to sharing their skills. If you go and see a successful farmer, and even their immediate neighbor doesn't even know what they are doing, they are not even cooperating, they are not even friends with their immediate neighbor, then there you put question marks. Yes, the farmer might be successful, but it's not impacting the success. Her success is just for her and her family. So there is a way that has been verified. For the past 6 months, it is something that has been done, like vetting. There is a committee that has been doing that. And because it is from all over Africa, and all countries in Africa that are benefiting in this have committees that are doing that research, that have been doing that research on these nominated farmers. Okay. Yeah. So it is not politics as usual.
Well, at least it is clear now. So there is no more room for someone who wants to be nominated.
Unfortunately, no, it is closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so next time better.
Yeah,
next year time. Probably. Annet assured us that it will be happening every year. So,
yes.
But Cecillia, among the activities that are going to happen, there is an exhibition, and I would like you to shed more light on this exhibition. How is it going to be? Who is supposed to exhibit? Who is invited to the exhibition to see what is being exhibited?
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Between the 4th to 6th of November, at the Women in Agribusiness Week, we are going to have exhibitions, and the exhibitions are open to all stakeholders of people, and we are not restricting. because we want, as agriculture, it is cross-cutting across various sectors. So we cannot say that we are going to restrict this person from coming to exhibit. For instance, we are going to have individual farmers come to the exhibition, individual business owners. Then we are going to have corporate companies come to the exhibition. And then we are going to have secondary schools that have part in agriculture come to the exhibition. And then we are going to have the groups of the religious-led women from the different denominations, from the different countries that are coming to exhibit. So come and learn from what the different countries are doing as far as their products, not only in agribusiness, but some might come with crafts. And also we are appealing to the members of the public out there. If you have something that you feel that these people that are going to gather at the conference, if you feel that you can sell something, just come in. The exhibition fees for individuals is 75,000 shillings. And then when you're sharing a tent for 4 people, it's 300,000. And then for the corporate companies, we have from the range of 2.5 million to 5 million. And we are appealing to all individuals that love agriculture and supporting women. We are calling on you to come on board to support this conference. You can support it either by cash contributions to the Interreligious Council of Uganda, or you can also send through the Momo account of the Interreligious Council of Uganda, and we'll appreciate if you want to exhibit in your own tent, you let us know. You can call me on 0777 489 702. As part of the exhibition committee, will be able to take you through the process to qualify as an exhibitor. And also for individuals that feel you don't want to come as an exhibitor, you can come in as a participant and come and interact with the different individuals from the various countries. So we are calling on everyone, the men, the women, the children, because we've also seen children on holidays getting involved in agriculture. So we are open to everyone to come through. And if you're very far, we will share a link that will be circulated widely for you to follow on live stream what is taking place at the event.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cecilia. At this point, we are taking a short commercial break. When we return, we shall pick it up from there. We are still continuing with the WOW, Women in Agribusiness Week, which is happening from Tuesday next week up to
Saturday.
Up to Saturday. Yes. So it is not far away from us. That is why we are talking about it today. We are coming back shortly.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back from that commercial break. This is the Uganda we want. All of us want to have a climate smart Uganda, and that is why Uganda is privileged to host the first annual Women in Agribusiness Week. And of course, this is happening from next week, Tuesday, that will be the 4th of November, to Saturday. And I believe it is important that we all pay attention. I mean, agribusiness or climate smart agriculture involves a lot of things, and whether we like it or not, this is the way to go, especially if we are to conserve, or if we are to protect our environment, or if we are to safeguard our climate, but also survive in the climate change era. We need to also adopt the climate smart agriculture mechanism. And of course, this is what is being emphasized in the Women in Agribusiness Week, which is happening next week, like I said. But of course, before we get into what we have to talk about in this particular part, I just want to remind you that the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, of course, together with the management of Church of Uganda Family TV, we invite you to our third annual Choto breakfast. And of course, you who have worked with us, we had our first breakfast event at Sheraton Hotel, and of course, we had another one last year that saw the launch of the Safe Screens, Safe Kids campaign that ran throughout and is still running up to now. That was last year. This year, we are back on it, and this year's theme is parenting in the age of artificial intelligence. Now, this breakfast, this Choto breakfast is taking place on the 31st, that is Friday this week, and it will be at Golf Course Hotel from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. So in case you will not make it, this event will be live on Church of Uganda Family TV, mainstream, and it will also be live on our subsequent social media platforms. And so you can tune in and follow, because this is an opportunity where different stakeholders come together to share knowledge and also see how we move forward, especially in this era where technology is driving us very, very fast. But also to remind you that we have our show, The Ballot, that happens every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. So you do not have to miss this show as well. Now, of course, before the break, the team we have here, we have Cecillia Nokrach. I left out two more names, that is Akello and Akwang, and I don't want to leave out those names again. Yes. We also have Annet Dianah Nannono. They're taking us through a number of things, but we need to, before the break, you had actually told us how exhibitors can be part of this event. Yes. Now, does it mean that all your budget is fully covered? So, because we might have kind givers who would want to support, but when you do not talk about it, they might think maybe the budget is fully financed, maybe by the Intelligence Council of Uganda or other stakeholders. I mean, how are you standing budget-wise?
Yeah, thank you so much. And in terms of budget, as women of faith, we believe that God makes provision, and I must say that at the moment we are on track, though we are behind. We are lacking in some areas, and we are expecting that when we have as many stakeholders to come on board to exhibit, we'll be able to meet part of our budget. But you may find that you're out there and you have in-kind support for a successful conference like this to take place. We need various things like tents, we need chairs, public address system, we need food, we need airtime, we need transport for our delegates that are coming from out of the country and from up country, from various districts. We also need accommodation. We need various things for a successful conference to take place. And if you're out there and you're able to support us in any way, you can reach out to us. You can call out on the Interreligious Council of Uganda, provide us space and airtime, and we must appreciate Family TV for what you're already doing. You're creating awareness about the Women in Agribusiness Week. And if you're able to guide us, even if you're an expert in emceeing events, you can also reach out to us and speak to us as a moderator. So for the exhibition rates, we have different categories. For micro small businesses, where you have a shared table of 5, you pay only 75,000 shillings, that's equivalent to $20. And then shared tents for 5 companies in a 50-seater tent, you pay 150,000 shillings only, and that is $40. Small shared tents, you pay 200,000, that is $53. And shared tents, we are looking at where you have 4 companies only in that tent, you pay 300,000, that's about $79. And if you're a corporate company out there, you want to have your branded tent all by yourself, we also have space for you at a price of 2.5 million Uganda shillings to 5 million, that's 658 to 1,316 US dollars. So any support in terms of exhibition will help us to meet the budget costs that we have. And we are trusting God that we are going to have the best conference. This is an international conference, so come and also promote your products and services through the exhibition. Thank you.
You're welcome, and we call upon you to support this initiative. It's an opportunity for you to support a very big cause, and of course the levels of support are being highlighted. Now, talking about the exhibitors, yes.
Just to mention, you know, there's a lot of scammers online these days, but we want to just leave you with the official accounts, because we don't want someone to call you that they're from the Interreligious Council of Uganda. If you want to make payments for this exhibition to take part in the conference, the official Momo Pay is on MTN is 301-746, 301-746, and if you're using Airtel Money, you use 435-4294, 435-4294. And the names that must appear is Interreligious Council of Uganda. Interreligious Council of Uganda. And then for the bank, for those that need to make transfers, you can use Post Bank Uganda Limited, Kampala Road Branch, and the account name is the Interreligious Council of Uganda, and the account number is 402-002-5000156. I repeat, 402-002-5000156. And the official confirmations of your participation, you can reach out to 0782-474-654 or 0776-465-707. All those are official contacts of the Interreligious Council Uganda, but you can also reach out to me as a committee member, 0777 489 702. Don't allow to be scammed by people out there claiming to be part of the Interreligious Council of Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. In fact, it is timely. You know, someone would call people after here and tell them, you know what, there's this offer. We had a scenario in Namgongo when someone was telling people, you know, you give me money, I'm going to broadcast your advert on Family TV. And then after people like, you didn't even play our ads. But of course, that is really, but what I wanted to ask is, for these payments for exhibitors, are they per day or for the entire conference?
The payments are a one-off payment. When you pay it at once. You're not paying it per day. So just take note of that. Thank you. Okay.
Well, we've had conferences come and conferences go, and then just to tell us, what should we expect after the end of this event?
At the end of this event, we expect the best. Not even just better, but the best. Because women in agribusiness are going to be given visibility. Visibility of all that they are doing, especially those that are going to be at the exhibition. They will be known. What they are producing is going to be known. Remember, we are having women from all over Africa. From West Africa, from South Africa, African countries, from North Africa, from, by the way, even Europe. Even we have some women farmers from the USA, from the States. We have some from Canada, from UK. So do you know what this means? When a woman is exhibiting her products, her produce, talking about what they are doing, and out there, these are things that they need. This is the demand of the food that they need. So this woman can never be the same again. You know, like if you have something, even if you have producing little, you will be able to know other women that are doing the same. You come together and you're able to get market out there, market in Europe, market in other parts of the country, of the world. So this kind of visibility is surely going to be there. And then, of course, we are going to document the best practices of what women are doing, the best practices. Women are tired of doing try and error. I'm sure even you out there, you could be having so much money that you want to invest, but you don't know where to put it. And some of you are wondering, can I put it in agriculture? Can I put it here? But I mean, there is already a document of the best practice, you're not going to deal dull, you're not going to do guesswork, you're not going to do betting for your money, but you will surely know where to go to get the document of the best practice out there, because we shall have it. We shall have all those things documented. And then, of course, the networks are going to be strengthened. There is so much power in networks. There is so much power in social capital. There is so much power in knowing other talent out there, other skills out there. So women are going to be strengthened in what they are doing, the skill that they have and what they are doing. And of course, the policymakers, we can't do so much without involvement of the policymakers. The policymakers are going to be there, especially on the first day and the second day of the conference. We shall be having policymakers, and we shall influence. This week is going to influence their decisions. There is so much policy in agriculture, but it is not being implemented. So the voice of the women will count in this week. It will count. We will be demanding for implementation of some of these policies, especially on finances. Women getting loans, credit at a very affordable cost, not asking them for security, doing this and this and this. So we shall demand for all that. And because of the finance influencers that are going to be there, the banks are going to be there, so many banks are going to be there, and they will be able to tell us the offer they have to give the women in agribusiness. So all these, and these things are going to be commitments that are going to run throughout from then onwards to forever. So it will be a beginning of so many beautiful things. So basically, those are the expected outcomes.
Okay, because like I said earlier, that we've seen conferences come and conferences go, and then we remain how we were, but this one is really different, and I believe a lot of time, a lot of efforts have been put in to see that you benefit out of this, and of course, Cecilia, you say that attendance is by invite, and I look at someone out there who might not be able to follow online. How are they going to benefit eventually?
Okay, the ones that you know, when you're organizing conferences and events, you're usually restricted by space, and also you have to plan for a budget. So we have invitations that have already been sent out, particularly for the women that are going to attend the conference. But we are opening up the exhibition for everyone that is going to walk through to the conference and the event. While there, you'll be able to network with exhibitors from across the world. And also, through those exhibitors, we are going to have demonstrations. For instance, how to apply the method of farming using BSF, that is the black soldier fly. We are going to have an expert, Mrs. Deborah Amulen, come to show farmers out there how they can use the black soldier flies to improve on their farming. I'm not an expert in that area, but when you come through, you learn something, you meet a contact that you use for future references. And then for those that want to know what's happening in the room, in the conference, you can join online and follow the discussions. So that's how everyone is going to be benefiting from this conference and event.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is very, very important. Now it is clear that everyone can be part of the exhibitions. Do they have to pay to access the exhibition center?
The participants that are going to walk through, if you're not exhibiting, it is free entry.
Okay.
We've given free entry because we want you to learn from what the exhibitors are offering to us in this conference. And then some of you out there, especially young people, youth, it's also an opportunity for you to come and network. You might find your prospective employer in this conference. So don't shy away to say that this is a conference for select few. If you feel that you're able to come to Makerere University, please come through and we'll be delighted to welcome you. We have a great team that is ready to receive you all.
Okay, thank you. Now, as we wind up our discussion about this particular event, I'll still request you first to give us your closing remarks and a call out to the people to be part of this this event.
Yes, thank you so much. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the hosts from Family TV for hosting us and creating awareness about the Women in Agribusiness Week. And my appeal to the public out there is that now is the time for us to prove to the world that Uganda can be a basket for food for the world. And that can only be achieved if we have engagement of women in agribusiness. Because these women, the fact that they take care of their husbands and children, the knowledge that they'll gain through this conference, they'll be able to transfer it to various generations. When their children learn about the technology and how to do climate smart agriculture, they'll carry that knowledge, skills, and expertise to the next generations. So I would encourage each person that is listening now or will listen in later, please come in, and if you're not able to come through, sponsor a lady out there, sponsor a youth, or even a spouse, if you're a man and your wife is not around, come and learn something that later you can share with her. And my appeal is to every stakeholder, however way you can support this event for the success of the event. Whether you're in immigration and our guests come through, we'll appeal for you to come and help us to give them visas smoothly. Any support will be appreciated. Corporate institutions, we've written out to various institutions and we are yet to hear a response for our appeal for support for the success of this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well for giving us this time. Annet, your closing remarks, and also call people to be part of this event. Is RAJ Guarding Fresh going to be exhibiting as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We shall be there, and also other companies that are doing organic inputs, agro inputs. We are tired of chemicals, so we are definitely going to be there as exhibitors, and I'm calling upon all stakeholders out there that have organic, all regenerative, eco-friendly agro inputs to come and showcase these things. I want to thank Family TV for giving us this space. You're privileged to be the first to actually give us this space.
Wow.
So we shall forever be grateful. So you are ambassadors for the agriculture, the Women in Agriculture Week, the first annual Women in Agriculture Week in Uganda. Congratulations upon that. And I also want to thank the Interreligious Council that accepted to host the first annual Women in Agribusiness Week in Uganda. Congratulations upon that, and I know it's going to be a success by God's grace. I would like to call upon women, especially those that are watching this and are listening in. I know out there are so many other women that are not able to watch this, but are doing work and they have the potential to be better. I call upon you to support these women. First of all, support yourself to come, but also make it a point to impact a woman out there to come and be part of this, especially the women in the rural areas. These women have so much potential, but they just need a little push, just a small push, a small motivation. So as we design, as women in agribusiness, as we design the future of Climate Smart Agriculture Week, we are excited about our generation to come, because when you impact a woman, you're impacting so many generations to come. So I call upon you to come, and I also call upon the men to come and be part of this, because you're our strength. The men are our strength. So without you, there is nothing much that we can really do. We really need your support. So we call upon you to also come. We call upon you to come and exhibit what you're doing for the sake of the betterment of our country. The Uganda that we want is a Uganda that is a food basket for the world. The Uganda that we want is a Uganda that is full of potential to being wealthy and prosperous. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and of course we are delighted to have you. We are also excited to know that we are the first to offer this platform to you, and of course we do not take this for granted. But anyway, this is what we are here for. We are together in ministry, and of course when we get into the fight of climate change, we are together in this, and of course also empowering women is another agenda. Now, thank you so much for watching us from where we started from up to now. We are getting closer, or we have come to the end of today's show of the Uganda we want. The Uganda I want is that Uganda where everyone is empowered, where Uganda serves as a food basket to the world, and of course that is what these efforts are aimed at. Therefore, be part of this entire arrangement from the 4th to the 8th of November. That is from Tuesday next week to Saturday next week. There is a lot that I believe will not leave you the same. Before we go, I just remind you that on the 31st, that is the day after tomorrow, we shall be hosting the third annual Choto breakfast under the theme Parenting in the Age of AI, and this is happening at Golf Course Hotel from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Therefore, if you can be there physically, you're welcome, and if you can't be there physically, it will be streamed live on TV, but also on our subsequent social media platforms, COU Family TV. Follow this parenting guideline. I believe it will benefit you, and it will it will benefit you, and it will give you a reason to focus on the way you parent your children, because technology has come to stay, but how do we survive in the presence of the technology that is growing very, very fast? That is the entire reason we have this Choto breakfast. Now, of course, I've worked with Liz, SC, Patience, and from the entire team, we wish you a blessed day. Of course, don't forget to watch the ballot from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. later in the day. But for now, we meet again next Wednesday with the Uganda we want sometime. Goodbye.